Hello, class 10th. So, today we will deal with the second part of our topic human circulatory system. So, today we will be studying about human heart. So, here, if you see, this is the picture of human heart, and human heart, as we all know, that it is four chambered. So, let me read these points for you and make you people understand the same. First point is heart is a strong, hollow, muscular organ made up of cardiac muscle. In class ninth only we have studied about the three types of muscles, voluntary, involuntary, and cardiac muscles. And cardiac muscles are the special kind of muscles which are present in heart only. And what is special about cardiac muscle is they show the rhythmic contraction and relaxation right from our birth, and they keep on working till our death. So they never ever stop working. So they are non fatigue muscles. Non fatigue muscles means जो कभी भी थकते नहीं हैं. Second point is it is enclosed in a thin membrane called pericardium, and the fluid present in between them is called pericardial fluid. It allows free movement of heart and protects it from external shock and mechanical injuries. So it this heart, it if you see this covering, so it remains inside this thin membrane. This covering is called as pericardium, and the fluid present, so this is this thin membrane. Inside this thin membrane there is presence of, like, this is double membrane. Pericardium is a double membrane. So that's why in between those membranes there is presence of a fluid which is called as pericardial fluid. Pericardial fluid. And what is the function of that? It allows free movement of heart. We know that our heart is meant to pump the blood, so it needs, obviously it need to move, because while contracting and relaxing it has to move. So this pericardial fluid is, it actually acts as a shock absorber, so that will allow the free movement of heart. And whenever any mechanical injury and whenever any external pressure will be imposed on the heart, so this pericardial fluid will help in preventing any loss or any damage that can happen to our heart because of external pressure. So this is very helpful. Third point is the human heart consists of four chambers. See, four chambers. So human heart जो है, it is consists of four chambers, two on each side. Here we see 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, the two upper and small chambers, these two upper, this one and this one, the two upper and small chambers are called right auricle and left auricles. This is right auricle and this is left auricle, you can see in the diagram. The two lower and larger chambers are called right ventricle and left ventricle. So this is right ventricle and this is left ventricle. So these are the four chambers of our heart. Okay. Now and the next point is the two auricles are separated by interauricular septum, and likewise the ventricles are separated by interventricular septum. So the two auricles, this auricle and this auricle, they remain separated with the help of interauricular septum. Similarly, the ventricles are separated by interventricular septum here. Okay. Next point, the left auricle and left ventricle are separated by bicuspid valve. Okay, so the left auricle, this is our left auricle and left ventricle, and this is left ventricle, they are separated by bicuspid valve. So here you see this flap like structure is called as valve. So they remain separated with the help of this valve, and this is called as bicuspid valve. And similarly the right auricle and the right ventricle, they also remain separated but with the help of a tricuspid valve. So this is our tricuspid valve. Okay. Now, the right auricle has vena cava. Vena cava is nothing but these are the veins. We know we are having three types of blood vessels: veins, arteries, and capillaries. So veins जो हैं, there are so many veins that originate from each and every part of our body, because they have to. Veins are actually responsible for carrying the deoxygenated blood. So that's why so many veins will be coming from the different parts of the body, but collectively they will pour their secretion into a bigger vein, into a large vein. These are two main veins. One is superior vena cava and one is inferior vena cava. Superior and inferior vena cava. Superior is the one that brings the deoxygenated blood from all the veins that are there in the parts of the body which lie above the heart, and below the heart, whichever part is which like below from the parts that are lying below the heart, their veins pour their secretion into a large vein which is called as inferior vena cava, and both of these vena cava, they open into the right atrium. This is very 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 important, because our next topic will be the working of human heart. So that's why for that thing you need to understand each and every part of the human heart. Now the next point, yeah, we were studying this only. The right auricle has vena cava. The right ventricle has pulmonary artery. This is right ventricle, so it is actually having the pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery here, pulmonary artery, it is that kind of artery. It is the only artery that carries the deoxygenated blood. Otherwise, whichever artery is there in our body, that always carries oxygenated blood, but pulmonary artery is the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Now, the left auricle has pulmonary veins and the left ventricle has aorta. Okay, so what is there? So, the left auricle has pulmonary vein. The left auricle has this one has pulmonary vein. This is pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein, again, it is the only vein that carries the oxygenated blood. So pulmonary vein, what is the function of this? This is such kind of vein that brings the blood, which gets oxygenated by the lungs. So this brings that oxygenated blood from the lungs into the heart, because heart is the main station through which all the, or we can say this is such kind of factory which will give instruction to each and every blood vessel to bring the deoxygenated blood and transport the oxygenated blood throughout our body. So this is pulmonary vein. A left ventricle has aorta. So this left ventricle has aorta. Aorta is the biggest blood vessel of our body. Now, the blood vessels that take part in blood circulation are arteries, veins, and capillaries. So, their functions, arteries, as I told you, that they carry oxygenated blood from right ventricle to the lung for purification. Purification is nothing but they have to actually, they will be giving the carbon dioxide to the lungs, and in turn will take the oxygen from there, and oxygen, whenever the oxygen will be added to the blood, that will become oxygenated blood only. The pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. As I told you, that pulmonary artery is the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Now, the functions of veins are to carry deoxygenated blood from lungs to the left auricle of the heart. So veins, what are they meant for? They actually carry the deoxygenated blood, and that is done by the pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein carries, actually it carries the the functions of veins, to carry deoxygenated blood from lungs to the left auricle of the body. So their function is to carry the deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein is the only vein that carries the oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. So this you need to remember, all the veins carry the deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein is the only vein that carries the oxygenated blood. Now the last one, the functions of capillaries are to provide definite path for the flow of blood. Obviously, capillaries are actually the junctions where arteries and veins are able to exchange their secretions. So capillaries are very very important. to transfer the molecules of glucose, water, oxygen, hormones to the cells and tissues. So इनका काम क्या है? They will be transferring the molecules of glucose is required in our body because glucose will be taken to the cells, and in the cells only the breakdown of glucose will take place to release energy. Again, water is to be carried from one part of the body to the other. That is also done with the help of your capillaries. Oxygen, hormones are very important. So transportation in turn is carried out by all these blood vessels. Thank you.